Hi everyone, Tia back with another video. This one will be quite short and sweet. Just a quick impression video of my time playing Persona 5 Tactica at EGX London today on Thursday. So essentially I've got to play about, I think it's about 15 or 20 minutes of the first map and a bit of the second map in general. But I'll just be kind of giving you guys my kind of insights about the game as a whole. For me, I'm a big strategy gamer, or I should say like a SRPG or strategy RPG kind of gamer. One of my favorite games of all time is Civilization 5, XCOM 2, like a big Firaxis fan. And so playing Tactica definitely gave me the XCOM vibes. Obviously, I would say on the outset, obviously you're not going to have your units dying or anything like that, so it's not that in-depth, I should say, in terms of you kind of having to like, unless maybe they do incorporate some kind of penalty if your units like get KO'd or whatever. Unfortunately, none of my units got KO'd, so I have no idea if anything does happen if your units get KO'd. Maybe you get like a debuff kind of penalty for the next map and stuff like that. I have no idea. But obviously you have your personas as well that are usable, so it definitely does add an interesting element compared to, say, other games. I did play a bit of the Mario and Rabbit game. I never finished it, unfortunately. But obviously they do take inspiration from that in terms of how you can move about and do like have interactions while or before you actually commit to, say, like shooting your gun or using a persona ability. But yeah, overall I had a pretty good time in terms of just kind of figuring everything out. And obviously you have a charge mechanic as well, where if you go somewhere and you don't do anything for your turn, you get like a charge ability, and then that will give you like a, depending on the character, you'll gain like a new ability. For example, the new character, I think her name was Arena or Eden, I believe. She'll be able to down anyone behind cover if she gets a charge, essentially. I wasn't able to figure out what Joker's ability was, or Morgana's, unfortunately. But you have that. So obviously there are a lot of times in like certain like strategy RPG games where the game forces you to be aggressive all the time, and obviously you kind of have to double down and be in a glass cannon. But with this one, I did like the incorporation of you can play the game safe and you can be smart about it, not just like go gun-ho, right, or not wait for. And because well, I'm not sure what the difficulty was when I was playing. I guess standard difficulty, right? But the enemies weren't just like rushing into you, so I like that as well. Cause obviously there are some games where enemies will just like kind of dive to die, essentially, like say like Fire Emblem as well, where enemies will just come to die and they'll know they'll die. But with this one, the enemies were still camping in this game, so it does kind of make you as a player have to improvise. Cause obviously you can start going for down attacks, and then you can go for the triangle formation to just like clean up camping enemies, which is kind of like a good way of keeping the player engaged, that you always have to be on your toes and stuff like that. And obviously the AI is no pushover, well, not for now, until someone finds a broken mechanic, right? But yeah, I had a lot of fun in the game. I'm definitely going to be playing it. If you guys are interested in, say, like Japanese subbed coverage for the game, in terms of like maybe social links or like maybe a movie edition, I will be covering that, so feel free to stick around. If you have any questions to ask, definitely feel free. I'm always happy to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys are interested in going to EGX this weekend, I definitely do recommend you play the game. The community reps there are very helpful and stuff like that. If you have any questions, maybe that you haven't heard answered over the internet, they'll most likely know where to kind of point you in the right direction, as they did with me. So I'm very grateful that team was there to help me out today. Thank you guys. Everyone's like pretty cool. But yeah, that'll be the end of my video. Until next time, take care and goodbye.